Hiya folk, just coming on quickly. I'm in the middle of doing one of my pocket letters, um, just doing the wee gifty bits for the back, and I have got a number of these mulberry paper topper things, but they're all got green glasses, which I absolutely hate, and they've got this dirty brown blondie colour here. Again, dislike it with a passion. So what I've done is the hair, I use my pro markers. You need to be careful because it's mulberry paper, it will, if you touch the lighter area, it will automatically seep into it. So you need to be really careful. Go as near to the edge as you can, but let it seep into the edge. Don't touch the edges, otherwise you're going to end up with just a mess. So this is one I have just coloured the hair on. Alright, and you'll see the top there. In fact, the top is just a bit blondie still. You'll see it's like a white. So I'm just going to touch that up while I'm here. Just to make sure that's all the right colours. It is now. Like that. So that's absolutely fine. On the back, this also was the brownie colour. And make sure it went right through, I also colour the back. Okay, but that's up to you, it's not essential. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just colour the glass, because I hate that colour. So I've got my gold alcohol ink, a sheet of baking paper, or whatever you want to call it. But I use it for just about everything. As you'll see, it's an absolute mess, but it does the job it's needed for. Right, and I'll just dry this off on my t-shirt. And I just use a small paintbrush from alcohol ink for this type of thing. And all I'm doing is just picking up my alcohol ink and just painting it over it. Alright. And it's just a way of altering things that you're not keen on. As I said, I just felt the green was hideous. And I really disliked the colour of it. Again, when you get near the paper edge, because this paper for the glass is actually like a gloss paper, so you're limited with what you can colour it with. Oops, got a strand there somewhere. But just be careful when you're getting near to the paper edge, just so that you're not weeping loads and loads of gold onto it. Get a wee bit, it should be fine, but obviously you're not wanting loads and loads of it. And as I said, these mulberry images, toppers, whatever you want to call them, they're reasonably cheap, and you get them all over the place now. But they're really nice for tarting up. Just wait a minute for that to dry, and I'm just gently going over the top, but I'm doing it from the back so that I'm not touching the paper. I'm just gently going in here to make sure the sides and that are done. And if your alcohol ink dries up while you're doing this, just add a tiny wee bit of blending solution, and that'll instantly reactivate your colour for you to work on it again. Okay. And it's not the most sophisticated of I'm going to use another wee bit because it's went a bit gloopy because there's a lot of pigment in it. It does tend to, especially the mixative ones, they do tend to go a bit gloopy after a bit, but that's too much, but never mind. And I'm just painting it straight over it again to try and smooth it a wee bit, because I don't want it looking like brush strokes. There we go. And that's that part done. I'll just clean that off there now. Just roughly. Dip it back in there. And if I use my brushes like that, I will clean them later with alcohol blending solution. So you'll see there that the green colour has went. Okay. Yes, it may be look a bit green just now, but I can assure you there isn't green in any way that you can see through that now. Okay, it is pure gold. And to tart up the rest of it, you can use a wee bit of, let me see, where am I? Honestly, my desk is an absolute riot. I've got everything everywhere. There we go. Got some champagne coloured stickles. So what I'm going to do is just around the bustier, just give it a wee bit of a trim. Okay. And you can actually use this on the glass as well. So maybe just a wee bit at the bottom. And maybe down the shaft of the glass. And then you can maybe just do the rim slightly. The alcohol ink hasn't dried 100% yet, so it's looking as if it's smudged a wee bit, but that's fine, I don't mind, I can touch that up later. But you went from that, which is quite uninspiring, to that, which if you put that on a card is really pretty, and you can then add in maybe shoes. So let me see, she's got black on, so we'll maybe give her a black shoe. So you can just maybe go in from up there. No, I'm not, because she's not got a heel position. But you could cut out a shoe and stick a shoe over that. As I said, you can do whatever you like with them, and you can put a wee sentiment on at the top. You could add a flower into her hair or a wee clip into her hair. I'm trying to see what I've got nearby. What have I got nearby? Do I use the gold again? I think I might. Wait a minute, let's see what I've got here. I want my wee pin thingy. I know what I'm looking for, I just can't bloody find it. Ah, let's see. Told you I knew what I was looking for. Right, but there we've got gold alcohol ink, and I'm just dipping my pin into it, and I've got it on my finger. Rah! But you could even just put a tiny wee bit of maybe gold in here, as if it's a clasp of some sort. Just dip it in again, just so that I get quite a detail. I don't want it to be the prominent feature, but it's the extras that make it. So there we go, we've got a wee bit of gold in there, and maybe just a tiny wee spot of stickles, just as like a diamante. You could actually add a diamante. I mean, that's other things that you can add, rhinestones, diamantes. So you've got like that in a here there. Ah! Blowing all stickles now. But you've got that in her hair now, which is just again another embellishment. Her lips aren't defined at all, but you could add, try to see what colours I've got nearby. Oh, I've got water paint up here, so I'm trying to be careful what I touch now. But you've got maybe here, add a tiny wee spot of red, and that just gives you that extra detailing. And I'll show you close up so you can see the red without it looking obtrusive. I'll just give you a close up. So you can see the red's there, but it's not overtaking the whole face. Okay, and it is literally just on the edge. Okay, but that's it revamped. And as I said, that's from Basic. Just move there, the road. So from that to that, I know what one I would rather have. So I hope that's gave you some ideas for revamp the things that you've got, things that you don't use, but you'd like to be able to use up your supplies, change whatever you don't like. Use your pro markers, use your alcohol inks, use your paints, use your glitter glue, whatever you've got handy, use it and make sure that you get full usage out of your supplies. I'm trying to see, this is another one that I've got here that I like the tag, the shape, I like the sturdiness of it, but I wouldn't use this design per se. It's not me. So add another design to it, and I'm trying to see what I've got nearby. Let me see what I've got in my bag of tricks here. No, because I think I want that for something else. There we go. Because I wouldn't really use that. It was a freebie, I think, in a magazine, if I'm right. But just, let's see what I've got. Right, I'm making it quick, so etc. ATG gun even, and just going round. Now I'm using loads of glue. You don't need to use half as much, and if you're using a wet glue it would probably be easier, but I don't have one near the hand without creating Mary Hell, and I'm not really in the mood for that today. So you've got that, place that over the centre, give it a good rub into the material, and then we'll just chop round it. Oops, you're a bit blurry there, aren't they? Should be a bit better. But just chop round, and I will uncut the edges just so that it looks the part. And you just going round. Whoops, I did this. That was a bit silly of me. But it's just going round here. There we go. And then we just ink our edges up. So I've got tea dye here. That'll do me fine. And a ruler. We'll maybe go for I think I'll go for, let me see. Tea dye, I don't want that. Let me see what I've got. I think I'm going to go for Chip Sapphire. And the reason I'm saying that is because the suit jacket that the guy's wearing is a dark blue, and I think that will edge it better. Sorry, as I said, my desk is an absolute riot. Because I have been crafting constantly recently, and instead of tidying as I go, which my desk is maybe about 1.5 meters long by literally the width of my cutting mat, so that's what, 30 centimetres, 12 inches, something around there. So I've not really got thousands of space, because I've got, at the side of me I've got my mouse mat, then I've got my glass cutting mat, and then I've got another glass cutting mat at the other side with everything on it. As you'll see in a second, shut your eyes. I mean, look, that's my other cutting mat on top of that. Sorry. But it is just an absolute riot. Whoops. Oh my goodness, honestly, I think if I had... In fact, I don't even know. I'm just demented today. I need to trim round that side because that's not perfect. There we go. And I'm just going round. Yep, definitely the right colour I chose there. And you'll see exactly what I mean in a minute. I think I'm going to need to invest in new sponges. My wee sponges are starting to wear away. They have lasted a long time though, I must say. Right, and because this is chipboard, I'm going to get around the sides just with the pad itself, and it's just to make sure that the chipboard is coloured as well. And then what I'll do is I'll go back over it with my sponge, just to make sure that it's kind of brushed in properly. and I don't expect it to be perfect because it won't be. If you want it perfect, you're maybe better using an alcohol marker or something along those lines, but that's my altered image. If I want to punch out the hole, which I would anyway, I have got my crocodile under here somewhere. Got it. And what I'll do is at the back, it's got that wee circle for you to give as a guide. So I'll use that as my guide and just crunch over it. And you've got that. So now I've got a tag that I can use. Okay, so just alter what you won't use. Make sure that you keep. Don't buy products just because you think, oh, I'll use that, or I'm not going to bother with that, because if it's a bargain, like those chipboard shapes, to buy them, they are quite expensive sometimes. So if it's an end of line, I mean, I think that was a freebie in a magazine, if I'm honest. Or I've got it in a rack. What was it? I can't remember. But it's something that I wouldn't use, but it's a solid surface to work with. So make it usable. Because to buy the chipboard and make it yourself, sometimes it can work out more expensive. So just have a look and see what you've got. Whatever you have got that you don't use, pass it on or make it work for you. Because there's no point whatsoever in boxes and boxes of stuff lying about your craft room or your craft area and it not being used. It's pointless. Someone will make use of it, or make sure that you make use of it. Okay? So make sure that you work with what you've got. Alright, take care for now and speak soon. Bye.